Good morning. Good morning. Ooh, y'all, look, I was not planning on talking about Dr. Umar this morning. I was not planning on speaking on Dr. Umar this morning. I was not planning on speaking on Dr. Umar and this woman this morning. But Lord Jesus, this woman here, when I say she is the poster child for a woman scorned, she is the poster child for a damn woman scorned. And I'm a woman. I'm a woman. I am a woman. I am woman. Like the video. Okay. As you all know, Dr. Umar Johnson was recently attacked by a woman that he trusted enough to bring to the place where his mother resides. You know, when a man loves his mama and respects his mama and takes care and is willing to take care of his mother when she's elderly and, maybe be getting ill or whatever, that's hard to do. It's hard to find a man that'll do that. I've said that before. I've seen this happen a lot of times with people. And when you listen, that's why people, you have to be careful who you open yourself up to. And I know, and one thing she likes to say is that he's so he's so paranoid. He don't well, he had a right to be paranoid, honey, because you came in with an agenda. When I tell y'all this woman came in with an agenda against Dr. Umar, and that is her, but I put a pineapple over her face, but she's all over the internet. I mean, Instagram and all that. So, I mean, ain't nobody doxing over here. I mean, why not show yourself? Anyway, why not show yourself? If you're going to do all that talking about a man, show yourself. Show us what you working with, little mama. This woman, guys, I'm not going to get to play a lot of it, but I'm gonna play some of it. She did another interview on Rock with and I'm gonna share his video out. The receipts show, something like that. But this lady, when I was listening to that interview, I could not believe the words that were coming out of her mouth. I could not believe the words that were coming out of her mouth. What See, I don't mind showing myself. What never ceases to amaze me is when people say they want to tell their story, but their whole damn story is about somebody else and trying to throw them under the bus and trying to put their business out here in the streets. That's not telling your story. That's fucking with somebody else. Okay, so she, I don't even know where to start. Let's just play some of this.
There's something else that he wants to say, but guess what? The sister that he's talking about has something to say. Are you with me, Sister Siobhan? Are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Now let me say this real quick. Good morning, Josh. And who else is that? Jason's Real Network. She done did an interview with Tasha K. Oh my goodness. She done made it to Tasha K. You got to be kidding me. I missed that. Okay. I'll listen to that when I get upstairs. So I don't even know how to. Okay. She's saying later on in this interview, and I know we won't get to it this morning, but she's going to say that Dr. Umar really did it when he came for her kids. First of all, he did not come for her children. He sent her eldest son a text message, who was the son that really put together and helped bring him to their state, their city, when he spoke there or something like that. But she's acting like she didn't bring her ass out here and speak on him first. We would not know about her if she had not come out here and talked about him. He did not draw first blood with her. Why am I the only one that understands this? Why y'all acting like this woman didn't come out here on him first? He wasn't bothering her. He would never have told any of her business or his business or their business or anything that they did. But let me play some of this for y'all.
Welcome to the show. Thank you so much again for coming. How you doing today?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm doing great. Now, the audience, a lot of us don't know.
Oh, well, I don't even, you got to pay for that app? Well, I'm not going to do that. You could tell me what she said if you saw it. I'm not paying nothing.
What happened? So, let's get into this conversation. Did you see Umar'S live stream today?
Yeah, I saw it.
Now, can you please tell the audience what's going on? Why is Umar trying to defend himself and do PR cleanup control? What's going on?
He's trying hard.
And let me say this. She only goes to people who doesn't like Dr. Umar. Go interview with somebody who actually likes and respects the man and agrees with the work he's doing. Why is she going to all his enemies? What did he do to you? What did he do to you, ma'am? He only spoke on you when you spoke on him first.
Situation that, sorry, we having some technical difficulties. Can you see me or?
Yeah, we see you real good. She had a nice little camera slip. Ray Charles, never mind. Child, please. Anyway, let me go on.
Hello?
Yes, ma'am. Can you self-control? What's going on?
He's trying hard. The situation that,
y'all can double tap the screen. Look, I'm being neutral over here. I'm not bashing nobody. I would never come out here and start putting nobody's house on blast, their mom's living situation, talking about somebody's illness. To me, that is totally disgusting. And I don't know how some of these people are acting like they're just overlooking that because they don't like Dr. Umar. Y'all know this woman was dead wrong to bring herself out here and start speaking on that man and his mother and his house, whatever. She went in there with an agenda. She got recorded. She took this woman. See, this is, you got to be careful, boy. That's why you got to stay prayed up. And he does right to be suspicious of people. You cannot trust nobody. I mean, I don't know. I don't get it.
sorry, we having some technical difficulties.
You're having technical difficulties because what you're about to do, ma'am, is wrong. What you're doing is wrong. You're trying to literally, she says he got the right one. Oh, she gonna bring him down. She wants to hurt this man because he cut her off. He don't like what she did with his mother. You let his mama fall out the bed.
He's see me or? He's trying hard. The situation that, sorry, we having some technical difficulties.
Wait a minute, I don't know how we gonna get this. Hold up.
Hello? Yeah, okay. So what kicked this off? How did this all start? So me and Umar, we separated from each other on, I think it was the 18th, maybe, on the 18th of February.
18th of February of this year, she said they separated from each other. Ma'am, you were not in a relationship, ma'am. You were not in a relationship, ma'am. You were not in a relationship. Good morning, OPP. You were not in a relationship with Dr. Umar.
his mother. I was taking care of his mother. He came in off of the road. He came in. It was like I said 2 or 3, but after I looked at the receipts, it was like 1 o'clock in the morning. We had already had a rough day, me and her. The paramedics had been there. She had slid from the bed, off of the bed. She said she was already getting dizzy.
Now look at here, people. What the hell this got to do with anything? Why she got to come on here and tell about this man mama sliding from the bed, being dizzy? That's some low down dirty shit. I don't care what y'all say. I don't care if y'all don't like me. A couple of y'all been unsubscribing from me. I don't care. This is wrong. Why is she talking about his mother's health condition? Why? What does this have to do with anything? Why are you trying to, what is the problem? If you genuinely had a true concern and really thought the woman was in harm's way, you would have just called DCC or whatever that is in Philly. You would have just called them direct. You would not have to come out here on YouTube and do a whole tour with all the men that hate Dr. Umar.
And I have receipts. I told him that she's feeling dizzy. Because she's feeling dizzy, and
y'all can double tap the screen. Y'all can like the video. See, people don't like it when I keep it real. I call BS when I see it. This is BS. This is clear. This is a clear violation of some type of just. I know she's not in healthcare, so she can say I'm not a healthcare worker. I didn't violate no HIPAA. Ma'am, you're just dead wrong. You're just dead wrong. No one should ever trust you, ever.
She's not able to walk. So if I don't feel comfortable moving her from the bed or from the chair to the bed, I see him this in text, no response. So she gets up and she doesn't walk that well anyway. So she started getting dizzy, and it's a very, very short trip from the chair to the bed. And I just got her to the bed, and I felt like I could maneuver her around from the bed, like once she got to the bed. So she got to the bed, and then she started leaning, like pulling towards the ground. But that was how it was that whole day. She wanted to go to the ground for some reason. I think she was dizzy. And so she went to the ground. She didn't fall. She didn't go down hard or anything like that.
Can anybody tell me why this is necessary to be on YouTube and it's not coming from Dr. Umar or one of his siblings, one of this lady's children? Why the hell is she on here talking about their mama? One of his sisters need to just call you and just talk to you. Why the hell are you talking about this man's mama health conditions to strangers on YouTube? Why? And I don't want to hear about Dr. Umar. Oh, he messed up. He came for my children. Woman, you came out here on him first. You cannot rewrite history. You drew first blood. He was not bothering you. Y'all severed ties in February. It was done. It was a dumb on. He was through. He would never have said anything. He doesn't talk about his business with women on here.
Like that, she just slid off the bed onto the ground. And so once she got to the ground, she's not a small woman. So
she's not a small woman. Well, a lot of us not a small woman. A lot of us got some big old thick arms, a thick neck, thick wrists. Like Ray Charles say, you can touch a woman's wrist and tell if she thick in the thighs or not. 5'5", thick in the thighs. A lot of us are not small and petite. I'm not no small woman. But I don't mind showing myself. If I'm going to get on here and talk some shit about somebody, I'm going to show my face.
Couldn't lift her up. And I contacted, because he didn't leave me an emergency contact, I contacted the paramedics, but I did it real smooth. I contacted the paramedics. I was like, my mom is slid to the floor. And
he tell us not to be cookie crazy, but he is. My thing is, Dr. Umar is just a man. He's not God. And he's not a gay man. He likes some 5'5", thick in the thighs, and he likes the punani. Okay, what can we say? What can we say? How many married men? This man not even. How many married men? A married man just got caught the other day buying groceries for a whole nother woman by his wife. Men do shit. Dr. Umar not the first man to get caught up by a connive. You know what?
I can't get her. Could somebody come and assist? They came. They didn't. No lights. Nothing.
Thank you, Jason. It happened in February. You know why? He don't want her no more, Jason. Nobody else is gonna say. I'm just gonna call it like it is. Jason. He doesn't want her. He doesn't want her anymore. She can't gummy bear the Shango stick. She says she fell in love with the movement, but you gummy bear the Shango stick. I guess you just gummy bear Shango sticks for the on GP.
Well, no sirens. I don't know about the lights. The way that he wants you to go in and out of the house because of his paranoia, he wants you to shut off the lights, open the door, look out, or let whoever in, and then shut the door and then turn back on the lights. So I did all of that. Let the paramedics in, two young guys. They came in. They did some type of pulley thing where they weaved the sheets under her arms and hoisted her up. And I told Lennon it's kind of like an engine. So they got her up on the bed because she's pretty heavy.
Well, Jason, anybody, why do we have to know about this? Why do we have to know about what happened to his mother in the privacy of her home? And the lady is elderly, can't take care of herself right now. That happens. One day you gonna get home. Either you gonna die young or you gonna get old. So the way she's sitting on here talking about this woman, Karma gonna spin the block. Karma will spin the block on you with some what they call them, some 24s. Karma will spin the block. Man, what you're doing is wrong. I understand you mad at Dr. Umar. You don't like the way he treated you. He put you on a plane at 1 a.m. in an Uber and sent you home. You didn't get a chance to shower and this, that, and the other. You thought you guys were in some type of a relationship. He says no, it was just a jump off. No woman wants to hear that. I agree. No woman wants to hear that. But then you can't in turn around and then just try to tell every little thing that you've learned about him while you were in his house snooping around, looking for shit to save, which is what she did to try and use against him at a later date, because she knew she was in a position that a lot of people wish they could be in, able to get any little thing on Dr. Umar. Anything.
Okay. Okay.
Got her up on the bed. She's fine. She's laughing. Well, not laughing, but she's talking. She's in uppity. She's got a good spirit about her. That's what I mean.
Okay.
So they got her up there. Everything was cool. Got her in the bed. I didn't want to change her because I didn't want to take. Now let me say this: when she went down, she was on the floor like bare butt, and his floors are very nasty.
You see there, she was on the floor bare butt. His floors are nasty. You so dirty. Boy, you a real piece of work, ma'am. You a real piece of work. I don't know how Dr. Umar ever thought he could trust you. I don't know what made him think he could trust you.
And then one of the things that's in our text is her with a UTI, because that's how she got to the condition that.
Now she's telling about the woman about a youth. Why are content creators listening to this? Why are you all letting them come and because they hate Umar, jealous of Dr. Umar? A lot of those men are jealous of Dr. Umar. I don't care what you say. Yes, you are. You are.
She's in right now. She had a bladder infection or urinary tract.
Damn, she telling all the woman business. I don't want nobody telling all my diagnoses. Why would you do that? Why? I just have to keep asking y'all because I am amazed that nobody else thinks this is wrong. For her to sit on here and talk about all the things that's wrong with this man's mother. The woman didn't do nothing to her.
And she got it a temperature.
And this brother say, my. He is a deacon in training. Sir, I know you got to know this is wrong. You got to know this is... I know you don't like Dr. Umar, really. You used to support him, now you don't. And I know getting this interview to hear somebody finally talk about him that just might have a little bit of inside information, it's turning everybody on. It's turning people on. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So so his greatest fear is her getting a temperature again. And so, yeah, so when she's in the bed and everything, she doesn't have on a pull-up because that was the whole point of me getting her up, is to change her. But she couldn't stand up to even be changed. I can't physically. I'm 5'4". Okay. So I can, hold her up. So I just got her somewhere the next space that she was going to go.
Gotcha.
But back to where we were. So she didn't have on any pull up or anything. She was just bare butt on this nasty floor. And I was like, this is too much. So they got her up or whatever. Mm-hmm. I had put a sheet on her, before the paramedics, just, to give her some privacy. And then we got her up.
If I was going to stay there and take care, and if I thought something needed to be extra, if I couldn't do it, I would have called Molly Maid. I would have called the damn cleaners. I would look, just clean up right in here, the living room, the front room, the bedroom, bathroom, whatever. But you don't have to get on here and do this, ma'am. It doesn't make you look good. I don't have no sympathy for you. I don't think you're a woman in distress. I don't know, ma'am. You are a spiteful, vengeful woman who is trying to hurt this man by talking about his mother because you know he is very private. He doesn't want his mother's business out here in the street. At least just talk about him. If you want to dog him out, fine. But you don't have to talk about his mama.
And I didn't want to get her up again to put the pull-up on her because I did not want her to be back in that situation. So I just kind of put the pull-up on top of her and pushed it between her crotch area. Mm-hmm. And I left it like...
This is a damn shame. This woman here. Y'all like the video. I got 3 likes, 63 people. Double tap the screen. Listen. Somebody got to do it. Somebody got to call this woman out for what she is. She's dirty. She's low down. She's nobody's friend. She really didn't care about Dr. Umar's mother. She only did it. Because she wanted to get close to Dr. Umar. She said she was in love with the movement and not Dr. No, she was in love with Dr. Umar. That's why they separated ways and cut off communication in February of 2025. And it is now July the 17th of 2025. And here she is out here doing a whole tour with every struggle streamer she can find. I'm a struggle streamer. She's doing an entire tour about Dr. Umar from some shit that happened in February. And he didn't come out here and talk about it. She did. So how can you all blame him when he decides to respond to her?
Like that, and kept checking on her to see if she had weight. So, this is probably around 8 o'clock until he was set to come, because he did.
He said she didn't take care of his mom. I think she is trying to prove she was taking care of her as best she could. She's not a nurse or anything. Listen, she was someone that he had met. She had hooked up, her and her son had hooked up him to come speak in her city, Kansas City, or wherever the hell she lived. And then, well, the thing is, this is how he does those shows where he, like an open forum or whatever, for parents with children that, may have IEPs and all that stuff, autism, whatever. He's good with that. She's trying to discredit him, talking about he doesn't know anything about that. This woman wants to hurt Dr. Umar. She's trying to act like he doesn't even know about the things that he speaks on. And this man has degrees. She is literally trying to discredit him. You ever see, y'all have seen this, a thin line between love and hate? That woman with Martin, she reminds me of her. Yes. Yes, indeed.
In the text, he was like, I'm taking off right now. He never called. Like, I'm literally like, we have paramedics here. What's going on? Right. Where you at? You never called. I didn't know anything about. Thank God they didn't ask me any questions about her because I didn't know anything about her.
Thank God Dr. Umar didn't tell you anything, honey. Less is more with this woman. Don't you tell her nothing. I don't tell nobody nothing. I tell you a lot. I'm not telling you nothing. Nothing. Because now she's supposed to be out here telling her story, people. But who is she talking about? They say she's telling her story. Who is she talking about? Dr. Umar's mother, his house, and him.
So
no, like, date of birth, nothing. Like, he didn't leave.
Her birthday was January 20th, but I can't.
Yeah, you don't have to say it. Yeah, you don't have to say it.
Thank you, sir. She was about to dox the woman and give her birthday out. Damn, girl. I'm so glad the content creator said you don't have to say it. Come on, woman. Come on, woman. Come on, ma'am.
Yeah, okay. but I didn't know anything about her like that.
Got you.
Didn't have any contact for the family, anything like that. And I'm gonna get to why I'm so loose with my mouth in a minute. I'm gonna let you know.
Yeah, you know you loose. You know what you're doing is wrong. And you also know that Dr. Umar did not. I have to keep saying it because it's like these people out here in these social media streets, whether it's TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, y'all acting like Dr. Umar came out here and spoke on this woman and their past dealings first. He did not. He did not do it.
Yeah, take your time. You got the stage. Go ahead.
Okay. So this happens. He comes in 12 o'clock in the morning. I believe he was on something. When he came in, he was walking fast, breathing heavy, sweating.
Hello. Get off government assistance and get a job. Who's on government assistance? Who's on government assistance? And how would you know someone is on government assistance? Because if someone is on government assistance, I'm sure they don't go, never mind.
You know how he sweats, he's sweating, he's how you doing, Queen? And then he just walks straight to the kitchen. Then he comes from the kitchen.
What, you wanted him to come in and hug you and give you a big old kiss and say, hey, honey, I'm home. Thank you for taking care of my mother. Is that what you wanted? I know you had slobbed the knob and gummy beared it 3 times. Is that what you wanted, ma'am?
He goes to his mother. He checks his mother. As soon as he comes in, because I don't know what time he's on, I go, and I know that he has a temper from the last time I was out. I go immediately out the back door. I call somebody. I say, he's here, because I had been on the phone with a girlfriend of mine that is actually a RN in a cardio unit. So she was helping me with certain things that I didn't understand. So I called.
This video is being reviewed under Section 107 of the Copyright Act for fair use, for learning and teaching purposes. Okay? Unfortunately, this lady is on here talking about a Black scholar who is trying to help the Black community, young Black men, young Black women. He travels all around the world. He was just recently in Africa giving speeches. I'm sure he wouldn't be there if the people didn't want him there. And she is on here talking about his mother and his mother's illness. Okay? Just to put this in context. But be giving her story. But her story is nothing. Girl, you are funny. I'm subbing. Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
I told her, I said, he's back. I don't know what time he's on, but whatever. By the time I came back in, He's like, get off of the phone. I said, don't. I hung up with her. I said, I'm gonna call you back. I said, don't talk to me like that. What's wrong? Or what do you need? He was like, you have your stuff together. I want to get you a plane. He wasn't angry. He wasn't mad. He was just out of.
He wasn't angry. He wasn't mad. He was over you. At that point in his life, he realized I done effed up. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. He put the coochie over the consciousness and all that stuff, and look what it got him. It got him dealing with a woman with a pineapple covering her face because she want to talk about his sick mama.
Breath, spooked, and just moving fast. Faster than normal, because
she mad Dr. Umar didn't give her any more blood. Okay, listen. All right. You know what? Listen. We wouldn't have known about this. She's the one who came out here and she sit over there and told Lennon that she's gummy beared this man. What woman is gonna go? I ain't telling you nothing. If you're gonna have to have some video foot. I'm like Trump. I'm not admitting to nothing. I'm not telling you a thing. Now she comes out here and tell us this, and then she blames Dr. Umar talking about he's what do you call it? What do they call that stuff? The when a man went, oh look, at my mind and went blank. Either way it goes, Dr. Umar didn't talk about this first. She did.
Oh, he walked fast already, but he was moving faster than normal. I looked over at her.
K-12 makes going back to school easy.
Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, are you still there? I think you might have cut out. We're going to give Miss Siobhan a second. Let me put a 1 in the chat. I want to make sure that you all can still hear me. And I see that Miss Siobhan is still here. Worked out. You guys, okay, so you guys can hear me. Thank you so much. As she tells her story, Miss Siobhan, as she tells her story.
Okay. With all due respects to the content creator, she's not telling her story. She's talking about Dr. Umar's mother and her sickness. She is not telling her story. If she wants to tell her story, tell us what type of work you do, ma'am. You can talk about your son. You can talk about his, if you want to talk about something, you said you had something going on with your son. Talk about that. You're not telling your story. You're talking about a sick, elderly woman who has lived her life, and now she's got to deal with a wannabe caretaker who wanted to gummy bear her son and got mad at the son. Now she's going to tell everybody about her sickness. That Shango stick is a mother for you.
We would definitely want to make sure we put her cash out on the screen. I'm going to make sure that once she comes back, that we get her information. Because it's not often that
they talk about Dr. Umar wants some money. Now she wants some money.
People come out and tell their stories.
Okay, but she's not telling her story. She's talking about a sick woman. What story is she telling? What happened to her? Other than you and a man stop talking, you're not the first person to ever break up whatever the hell y'all had going on. You're not the first person that this happened to. Lots of people go their separate ways. You don't have to go on a tour and go to that person. And what lets me know that she is just being low down and evil and spiteful and vindictive, she's going to everyone that doesn't like Dr. Umar. Go talk to Joe Budden. I really like for him to put you to the test. Go talk to the Joe Budden show.
We had the one that they call the conscious stripper, Kim Ringo. She came out back in 2015 telling her story. We had Sister, is it Anaya? The lady that we call Zora with the hat. She went to Tasha K. She told her story. There's a lot of individuals that want to come forward to tell their story, but
So are we talking about women that has, oh my God, who cares about the women that have given up a little cootie pop to the man or either gummy beared him? I don't care. If you agree with the things he say when he's talking about the movement and black people and hit black history, that's all that matters. I don't care about his personal life. I don't care.
for some reason they are not ready. That's okay. But here we are once with someone that's ready to speak boldly. Miss Siobhan, are you back with us? Can you hear me? You just unmuted yourself, but I can't hear you. So here, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to drop you from. See if that will click.
Trying to get to
I
where.
can't hear any. StreamYard. Things happen. Boy,
I'm trying to get to where she's back on the thing. Her system kept messing up.
all right, welcome back to the show. We are still waiting for. Got her back, ladies and gentlemen. All right. I'm not going to interrupt you. So you was telling us how or the experience you had with Umar's mother helping her off the floor. The paramedics came in and you was explaining that. Go right ahead. Go ahead.
Well, yeah, he came in and then when that happened, I'm trying to get my brain jogged up. Okay, so he was like, get off the phone. I said, well, don't talk to me like that. What do you want? And he was like, are you ready? You know, I gotta put you on a flight. And I was like, huh? It's like 2:00 in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
He wanted me to, and I hadn't like done anything. And I'm gonna tell y'all why I hadn't begged or anything like that. And then I hadn't changed my clothes, like from taking care of her. And I didn't want to go to the airport like that. I'm not that type of person. I don't like going out in public like that. Nobody would. And so he didn't care. And he literally set the flight up, called the Uber, and then it was really extra. And I think it has something to do with something else other than, you know, but at any rate, the Uber came. I barely had my stuff together, but I didn't care. I was ready to go. I had been in that environment for 5 days. I was ready to go.
So this was a week later, from my understanding, right?
From when he had me coming in town to take care of her this time, it's 5 days later since he was on. Yeah, so I wouldn't say a week. I would say 5 days later.
Okay.
Yeah.
5 days. Before we continue, I want to put your Cash App on the screen. So if anyone is, willing.
It is $.
One more time. Also.
Like kitten.
Mm-hmm.
Oscar. Zebra.
Everyone on the screen, if you want. She's stepping forward, telling her story. And this is something that a lot of people don't do. All right, go ahead, sister. I'm sorry.
No problem.
And again, she's not telling for the record again. She's not telling her story. She is talking about Dr. Umar Johnson's mother, she's elderly. Dr. Umar takes care of his mother. How many men out there take care of their mother? It's hard to come by. Any man that's that loves his mother and respects his mother and takes care of his mother is a good man. Okay? And this woman gummy beared him He cut the gummy bear part off. And now she's on a tour, meeting with all of Dr. Umar's greatest haters. It is what it is. I know it sounds cold and the way I'm saying it, but it's facts. The way she's sitting here talking about that woman is cold and calculated. Okay? Dr. Umar didn't come for you and your children. You came for him. You drew first blood. Let the games begin. All right, let's get back to the commentary.
So I'm out at Philly Airport, which is a lot of people coming to and through there, and I look a hot mess. I smell horrific. I've been in his home, and I don't. That's why I brought up the home. Also, well, it's not why. It's one of the reasons why the home was important. Her living in it and his comfortability with it was another thing. So I got home. I had to have my family member, my son, pick me up from the airport, and there was some things that happened on that trip going home too. But that's where it was. And he looked at me. He was like, "Mama, I ain't never seen you look like that." And I was like, crying. I was like, I know, I look horrible. I smell horrible. TSA had to frisk me because I lost my ID at the airport. So I could, because I'm a government employee, I had my badge on me, but I didn't have my ID. And so I had to go, it made it that, it was horrible. So I had to go through all of that, and they had to frisk me. And I know the lady that was frisking me is like, this lady smell like.
Yeah, that's very. But did you have on scrubs or anything? Or?
I'm not a healthcare professional. Gotcha. I'm not an aide. I'm.
You're right. You're not an aide. You're not a healthcare professional. You did that. You wanted to take care of his mother because you wanted to be close to him. You wanted to get brownie points from Dr. Umar. You wanted to be in his life. Unless you just go around gummy bear and Shango sticks for the hell of it, you wanted Dr. Umar, ma'am. Just admit it.
I don't do this stuff. I don't know what. I did it out of the kindness of my heart. I helped him out because I felt like he needed a win. But yeah, this ain't my profession. I did take HOT years ago, over 20 some odd years ago, but I got emotionally attached to, doing my clinicals. I got too attached to people, and I don't like working where people are not considered human. I can't work in that environment. So right. I went to the opposite. That's why I work with numbers. I tried to work for the state. Yeah, no. I was, helping people out with being on government assistance or re-entering the workforce from the penal system, because I work with the probation and parole. I just didn't like being in sectors like that where there's the human part of it is not observed or respected.
Yeah, I understand. I definitely understand. So this whole situation with Umar, his mother, he asked you to come in and help. You agreed. And so is she bedridden or is?
Why is that relevant? Why is his mother's condition relevant to these YouTube streets? Why is she sitting up here talking about this man's sick mother? That's why he mad as hell. He needs to go live again and go on another rant. Give us some more good quotes. I know he mad as hell. I'm mad. It ain't even my mama.
She has good days or bad days or how?
She is non-ambulatory, so she can support her weight for a small period of time.
Gotcha.
None of these things were told to me, even though I asked them. Very little bit of information was given to me. When I took this on, he was so interested in I don't know what he was interested in, but he was not focused on bringing someone in to care for his home. There was no meal plan. There was nothing that would suggest that this is something that I do. You know, like I know I have caregivers coming in on a routine basis. He was not prepared at all. The space wasn't prepared to take care of her at all. You know, but yeah, she's not bedridden, but she is sitting most of the day, all of the day, excuse me, in a chair. And then when it's time to go to bed, she goes from the chair to the bed. There is nothing else that was given to me other than, I think he did say she had crayons and she had a chess game, but she doesn't know how to.
This is the worst doxing of an elderly person I have ever witnessed in my entire life. You are the biggest doxer ever, ma'am. You are giving up all types of personal, private information about a man's mother. I thought you was telling your story. Talk about yourself. All you're doing is talking about Dr. Umar'S mother.
And this is kind of where my friend got involved because her level of understanding is not what he pushed it off to be. Like she's, in my opinion, and others, headed into dementia, or she's just not understanding.
Now you just said you were not a healthcare official. Now you can diagnose people and say they got dementia. Now you can diagnose someone and say they have dementia, ma'am. Damn.
Certain things.
Gotcha. So okay, so help me or walk us, not just me, but walk us through that. So when you meet up with Umar, because I see on your social media that you have put out the conversations.
Mm-hmm.
So what was the conversation that moved you to say, you know what, I want to step in and assist with this situation? Because how did that happen?
The way that I am is I was in love with the movement. And I think as this had nothing to do with Umar.
She was in love with the movement. Whatever.
It's just like the face of it. But I was in love with the movement. I wanted to see this man win. I was under the assumption, like everyone else, that it's always somebody hating on him. It's always, some kind of factor that prevents him from doing what he's supposed to do. So the mother, when he brought, I knew that his behavior was off prior. So
if she was his mother's caregiver, this is a HIPAA violation. Where she's using the loophole of saying, I'm not an official caregiver, I'm not licensed, but you still took care of her. Just as on GP, just being a person of good faith, why would you go and talk about someone's personal illnesses with people? And then sit here and think and say, I think she has dementia, this and yeah. She's oh God, forgive me. Oh. Shawanda, good morning, everybody. Just good morning, Shawanda. Bobby, you're right, Bobby. She should not be on here talking about this woman's health conditions. I don't care if she's not the caretaker certified. You know why she's doing it, Bobby? Because she hates Dr. Umar, because she's no longer gummy bearing the Shango stick. So she wants to hurt him. She wants to bring him down. Am I the only one that can see through this BS? I know I'm not the only person that sees through this. Excuse me?
So once he had the wreck in Atlanta, I said, something's going on with this dude. He's normally off, but he's really off now. And so he was kind of trying to butter me up after Atlanta. It was like trying to butter me up, and I knew something was because he's normally a very, his disposition is just real stale and funky. So once I got back to Kansas City, because I seen him, but once I got back to Kansas City, he calls me on the phone, and then we have like this long conversation about what it is that's bothering him. He comes out with everything. He's not talking with me, he's talking at me.
Yes, this is retaliation. And the people that are interviewing her, they know it's retaliation, but they don't like Dr. Umar. I mean, when you have a man interview her that's been talking about Dr. Umar for 10 years and has a catalog of videos about him, I call it's like a presidential library for the Prince of Pan-Africanism. Lennon Honor has a library dedicated to Dr. Umar. Shit. What is all this here? I'm just gonna remove that. Okay. I sense a pineapple head incident. I'm Kara Allen. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too. Nice to meet you too. Hold on. I'm gonna time you out for 24 hours. Get yourself together. Okay, let's go back to this.
It's literally like this is his spiel. And I'm listening, and it's pretty much he doesn't have any help with his mother. This is what happened. I'm trying to figure out the agency. Yes, the agency that was working or had his mother came to him in a team. Like 2 women came to him and told him the situation where his mom, that she's fighting people. She's fighting everybody that comes in.
But is that our business, ma'am? If Dr. Umar wanted us to know that, he would have gotten on his Instagram platform where he has, I think, maybe 1 million followers, I think. And he would have told us. He didn't ask your ass to come out here and talk about his mama. Oh, girl, I know he can't stand you. Oh, Lord, I know he. Oh, wait.
And they need to consider medicine. It's not because they're trying to like zombie her out. It's because they were trying to keep her a little docile so that she could have her, you know.
And let me say this for anybody that might say, well, why are you so? Listen, I know what it's like to have someone come out and interview with people that don't like you. So-called want to tell their story, and their whole fucking story is about you. I've had an aunt come out here and talk to someone who did not favor me in a good light. Okay? And they want to sit up and talk about me. Talk about your damn self. So if you don't talk about Dr. Umar, talk about yourself. Quit talking about this man's mama. Quit going on a tour talking about his mother. That should be against the law. That should really be against the law.
You know, or her underwear, her pull-ups changed.
Mhm.
He wasn't open to that conversation. I didn't have an opinion on that because it's his mother. But with that,
You're right, it's his mother. But you got a whole lot of opinion now, don't you? And you just said it's his mother. So why are you out here running your gummy suckers, ma'am? Why are you out here running your gummy suckers? It's his mother, not yours.
that they were going to keep running through AIDS. There's not too many people that are going to want to take care of her if she's fighting them. It's a liability. It's a liability for everybody.
It's quite surreal. This woman is, I gotta get ready to go to work. Boy, I'm gonna finish this here tonight. This woman is, I'm at a loss for words. I feel bad for Dr. Umar. I really do. I mean, he's still a man. He's not perfect. And for somebody to be on here talking about his mama like that, it's just some BS.
And so he basically cut them off. and he didn't have any kind of respite for her.
Mhm.
And this is what he's sharing with me. So I'm like, oh my goodness, this man is running around. He's trying to get all this stuff done. This is on his plate. I really want the school to get done. At the time, I care about him.
And there it is. She cared about him. She cared about him. She cared about him. I'm sure once you meet him in person, I'm sure he could probably, woo you or what. I don't know how. I mean, I don't know. He got to you some kind of way.
Oh, and he's just like, if I could find someone. Now, this is the thing. He dangles this in my face like this is supposed to be the proverbial carrot that I want. He dangles this in my face. Oh, if I could find a woman to take care of my mother, just like he did with the school floors, he says I would marry her. I said, well, let's just pause the second.
Ding, 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 ding. You caught you a damn flight to Philly and went took care of his mama. You thought you was gonna be Mrs. King Kong consciousness. Oh.
Let's not have sex. Let's chill on that, and let's focus on what's going on with your mother. I can help you with that. I don't have a problem with helping. She's a human being, and people are like, oh my God, how do you just do that? Because she's a human being.
Because she wanted Dr. Umar, and when he mentioned marriage, come on. Y'all don't think this woman wouldn't have wanted to marry Dr. Umar? Y'all, please. I got some land in Ghana I want to sell you, okay? All right, guys, I got to go to work. We will be finishing this. This is just part one. This woman had a whole lot to say as she allegedly tells her story, but her story is just all about a sick woman and her living conditions and what's going on with her. And then they send the DHS, the people to go check on, elderly people to see if they're being taken care of. They send the DSS or whatever they call in Philly. She had these people to go to Dr. Umar's house and put him through this. I think, ma'am, you are the worst person of the week for this, okay? So enjoy your 5 minutes of fame, because I'm going to tell you, Dr. Umar will survive this. He will survive because she goes on to say how much evidence she has and how she has recorded every phone conversation. She put up video. She recorded him. She planned this, people. Or else why would you be recording? Why would you be doing that if you weren't planning on using it against him at a later date? She never meant him any good. I hate that she was even around his mother. She probably made the mother sicker. The mama probably would have been doing better if she had not had her ass there. All right, let me go to work. Y'all have a good day.